Hello, I'm Duncan Osborne, and in this video we're going to take a look at the latest 700 electric fly barless kit from Align, the TB70. So what we'll do is open up the box and take a look at what's inside, hopefully explain a bit about each part and any new features that Align have put into this new kit. Now before we do open it up, it may be worth just giving you a quick overview of the different versions of the TB70 that will be available. So there are 3 different variations of the kit. The main differences between them being what electrical equipment they have included and what type of flying they're more geared towards. The one I have here is the standard kit version. There's also the super combo and top combo versions. The standard kit gives you just the kit plus a motor, whereas the super combo and top combo also give you a speed controller and a set of Align DS820 series servos. So there'll be your 3 DS820s for cyclic and a DS85 for the tail. So yeah, I would say the top combo is geared more towards the advanced pilot. So if you like to fly hard 3D with a higher head speed but shorter flight times, then this could be of interest to you. It comes with the larger 200 amp speed controller and a higher revving 540 kV motor. Interestingly, it also has a different main gear and tail gear ratio from the other versions to accommodate this. The super combo then will probably be more suited to sports flyers or those looking for a more all-round setup. This comes with that smaller 130 amp speed controller and also a 490 kV motor along with a gear ratio to suit that. The standard kit version also comes supplied with the same motor and gear ratio as a super combo, with another option of a slightly larger motor pinion depending on what head speed you're looking at using. Then what other electronics you want to put into that will be up to you. So hopefully that's given you an idea of the different options of TB70 kit that are available. So let's go ahead and open the box and have a look at what's inside. So as you can see, everything's organised in logical sections. Those of you that have owned previous Align kits should find this familiar. So we have the canopy, your electrical equipment here, main rotor head parts, so main shaft, swash plate and drive gears, well that should be in there. Then obviously your tail boom, blades etc will be in the long box up there. What I'll do is actually move this big box to one side and open the smaller boxes individually so you can get a good look at what's inside. Now I don't know about anyone else, but I know when I get a new kit the first thing I like to do is look at the canopy. So I think we'll start with this box first. Okay, so here we have the canopy. It's a completely new design for the TB70. It's a new shape from the previous 700X. And you also have the addition of these overhangs at the top here to add strength. It's got a nice bright colour scheme. I'm not sure how well you can see it on the camera, but it's a nice bright orange colour. It's got a bit of fluorescent yellow here as well, so it should show really well in the air. One thing I actually left out from telling you about the different kit versions is that the standard kit, like this one here, and the super combo both come with this orange canopy, but I believe the top combo comes with the blue canopy. So the 2 colours, the orange and blue here, are effectively switched around. Now this new TB70 canopy, there are 2 key improvements Align have made over previous designs. The first is the weight. It's now considerably lighter due to the fact it's made out of a carbon fibre material. You can probably see it's black inside there now. And also it now uses these quick release canopy mounts, which is a big improvement over the old system. So now you won't have to fiddle around with the little C-clips anymore, trying to get the canopy on and off, which is something I know is definitely going to be of benefit to me. And we have a Align towel, which we're always using. Have some Align calendars. I'm sure we can find a place for them. And this is your battery mount. It's made of carbon fibre. It operates with just a clip system, so you slide the tray in between the frames, it clips into place. Then To remove it, you just pull down the catch and it slides back out again. And next we have side frames. So these are carbon, two-piece frames. So like the 700X, they're in a stack design. The top half housing the drivetrain and the bottom half will be the area where the battery is mounted. They're nice and light. They have this plastic edging around the outside, which gives it a nice outline and also covers up the sharp edges of the carbon. Also adds some rigidity as well. They even have the TB70 logo written there in the plastic, which looks rather nice. And finally we have an accessory bag. So in here you have your blade holder, Velcro straps for the batteries and radio equipment, some cable ties, got some sticky back Velcro there, your servo accessories, and even a receiver area mount in there as well. Okay, so next we can look at the electrical equipment. So in here we have a motor. As we've seen, if you're opening any of the other two versions, this is where you'd expect to find your servos and speed controller as well. But for me, I've got the standard kit here, so I just have the motor in the box. The motor itself is the Align Dominator BL850MX 490 kV. This is the same motor I've been using in my 700Xs for quite a few years now, so it's definitely a tried and tested motor that performs really well. And as we've seen, if you're opening the top combo, you'd expect to find the 540 kV version of this in the box. Okay, now let's take a look at the rotor head parts. Firstly, we have the swash plate and main shaft. The swash plate now has a black bottom half to it, along with the magenta coloured top half, and the main shaft is also a new design. Here's the radio tray, made of plastic. This just goes up the front between the frames, and it's where you can mount your speed controller. Also, we have the fly barless gyro mount plate here. It's made of carbon fibre. This is another new feature of the TB70, so it now allows you to mount your fly barless unit at the back, above the boom, rather than up the front on the radio tray. And finally there, you have your front canopy mounting bracket. So next it looks like we have the bearing blocks, motor mount there. Also the upper bearing block for the main shaft drive gears and belt pulleys. There are also two brackets inside there, which are the servo mounted brackets. So the TB70 now has a new servo layout, and that's what these brackets are designed for. All of these parts are a matching black colour now too. Okay, next we have all the tail parts, so the tail gearbox, tail rotor hub, tail boom mounts there, but you have a tail fin and also some tail blades in there. I believe these are Align 105 tail blades. Your fin there is similar to the frames. It's made of carbon with the plastic white outline. It's a nice slender design and very rigid. And the tail gearbox with a tail hub. So the key feature here is the fact that the TB70 now has a belt-driven tail rather than a torque tube. And the interesting thing to say about the tail hub is that it now actually has dampers in, which again is a new feature for the TB70. Okay, next, here is the tail belt and tail belt tensioner. The tensioner has been designed to be adjustable, and to keep the tension of the belt you set the same during the flight. Here it looks like we have the main drive gears and pulleys. This is also a new feature on the TB70. So before on Align models, you may well be used to seeing just a motor pinion gear going straight onto one larger main gear. But here we actually have both a belt and gear drive system. So a belt comes from the motor onto a shaft with this bigger pulley. The shaft also has a gear on it, which then goes onto a much smaller main gear, which you can see here. As you can see in the standard kit here, we have both a 24 and a 23 tooth motor pinion pulley. And as we saw at the beginning, the super combo will give you just a 23 tooth, and the top combo will actually give you a 22 tooth. And then also on the top combo, you can expect a smaller tail belt drive pulley here too, to change the tail speed to be more in line with the 540 kV motor. Okay, and this is your rotor head. As you can see, it's now a nice anodized black colour with these magenta coloured blade grip links and washer arms. It does come pre-assembled, but of course you should always take it apart. Check that everything goes back together tightly, and that any part that needs Loctite has it on there. And finally, have the undercarriage. It's made of a strong plastic material. As you can see, it appears to be a nice, thick, chunky, durable design. It's wide with these ribs underneath for added strength. So that leaves us with this box, which should contain the boom, the blades, and any other long parts. So the boom is also a new design on the TB70. Firstly, it's a larger diameter to accommodate the belt drive now. It has this orange plastic sleeving, which allows for secure mounting in the boom clamp. Interestingly, the TB70 now doesn't have any boom supports, since the boom is now wider and so more rigid. It also saves some weight and drag, you can get rid of those. And you can see the logo written down the side there in white lettering. The other thing to mention here is also the boom adjustment. It's been designed to be an easy system to use. So you just turn 2 screws at the back to adjust the belt tension. So depending on which way you turn the screws, the boom should move either in or out, changing your belt tension accordingly. And I'm sure we'll learn a bit more about that as I build the kit up. Then finally, you have your blades, which are included. They're just your standard white Align blades, 700 size there. And final part, which is undercarriage skids. Okay, so there we have the new Align TB70. Hopefully this video has told you a little bit more about the different versions of the kit, some of the new features that Align have put into it, and given you an idea of what everything looks like. I know I'm certainly looking forward to building it up and seeing how it flies. If there's anything I've left out or you'd like to ask a question, then feel free to leave a comment. Hopefully you found this video useful. Thanks for watching.